We have more than lethal here. That's beyond good game. Unless he can kill my Arya right now before it triggers. He absolutely has to. But he goes and kills my Rankle. Which is hilarious because I have another in my hand. Discarding his last card, which was another Drown the Lock. And here is our, is this our fourth Rankle? We've just been dropping these like bombs on our opponent, and he's had enough. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today was a busy day. We got a lot done. We did the gym giveaway recap along with all our cool announcements, our sponsorships, our fundraising shenanigans, all of that. And I said we were going to get into mono black. So here we are. We have 1 Disfigure, 4 Gutter Bones, 4 Knight of the Ebon Legion, 4 Dread Horde Invasion, 2 Legion's End, 4 Yarick Fenlurker, 3 Area First of Lochthwain, 1 Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage, 3 Drill Bits, 4 Murderous Riders, 2 Playcrafters, 4 Rankle Master of Pranks, 4 Castle Lochthanes, and 20 Swamps. So this deck is pretty gross for a mono black deck. There is a ton of discard here. What is Thought Erasure? That's the question, right? We have literally everything, but the Fenlurkers are doing huge discards. Our Rankle can discard, which is a lot of fun, so we can discard lands, and they'll have to discard anything at will, and hopefully they don't have land, right? We also have Drillbit, and then we have Davriel as well. We have a lot of removal with Playcrafter and Murderous Rider. We also have a little bit of continuous life gain and life sap from our opponents, I guess you could call it, via Area and Dread Horde Invasion. They'll equal themselves out, so we'll gain no life and they will lose 1 life. Plus we'll get that token, which is a lot of fun. So as far as the deck goes, there's a couple draw engines, there's a few sacrifice plays. It's a lot of fun, a lot of discard. It's not too intricate of a deck. We're going to get into it and I'll show you it as best I can. And now we played for an hour during our Twitch stream earlier today. So that was great. We had probably our most successful stream yet, which is really cool. So thanks to everybody who jumped on there and chatted with me. Anywho, thanks for checking out the first couple minutes of this video, I suppose. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for many, many more. And we're going to demonstrate this deck to the best of our ability here. It should be pretty easy with this draw hand. Like, this is a very nice hand. We're going to get our Knight out ASAP. It is cool to get Gutter Bones out, but I feel that that's going to be our 2-drop unless our opponent plays first and he plays a slow land, in which case we may use our Gutter Bones. No, so he's going right for it as well. Well, I mean, our Knight of the Ebon Legion doesn't stop it, unfortunately. But it'll be a null block. Our Gutter Bones would stop it, but he comes in tap, so he's going to get a free attack this turn. But at least it will allow us to stop it on our second turn, so let's do that. Okay, so it's not a direct mirror match, because this is obviously a card we're not running. It has Afterlife on it, so that's really good value. We'll get our Knight into play here. We have a lot of land in our hand. No need to attack here. Our Gutter Bones is meant to defend this Knight of the Ebon Legion. It sucks now because he did ramp up to 3 lands, but he played the card instead of... he should have attacked first and threatened Knight of the Ebon Legion power up and then played his creature afterwards. So, not the worst thing. I guess we could just nullify this, correct? Right? No need to take 1 damage. That's the biggest misplay of my life. It's because he has Death Touch. We definitely should have sacrificed our Gutter Bones there. Oh my god. It's late in the day. I was going to have a nap, but it's like, no. Get in it. Make another video. You got this. So here we are. Can we recover from that misplay? Probably not. Probably not. No blocks. Let's get into a damage race because Rankle's coming out. We have a ton of land to discard. Our opponent's down to his last card, so maybe it's a bomb that we get rid of, and Rankle can just seal the deal for us. So we'll get our castle out. I do like the early discard, but we may as well just go for it. Right, get this big guy out here with Menace, plus flying. Gain life, lose a life, which is always great. We're going to attack. And we're going to go into damage. We are going to each lose a life and draw a card, I believe. Well, I don't necessarily need to draw a card, and I don't necessarily need to sacrifice a creature. So we're just going to discard a card for now and get rid of our land, because we don't want to give him any advantage, right? And it kind of worked out the same because he tossed a land as well. Obviously, we have Gutter Bones to block the Knight, forcing him to power it up. And we're going to take 3 damage, probably. He can attack with Midnight Reaper. So he's going to die, so we could do this real time, I believe. Right, because attackers have been declared. I just need to... before damage is actually passed. Well, I have to wait till... Yeah, because I take the kill here. That's better than sacrificing my creature. Right, so we wanted to wait until he was going to power up his Knight of the Ebon Legion, and then once that went on stack, we know that we would have been safe to sacrifice our creature because he was going to die anyways. So, let's see what we can do with the rest of the game here. Spawn of Mayhem. That might actually seal our fate, in all honesty. And then he empties his hand there. So our Fenlurker is going to do absolutely nothing. Midnight Rider does help us considerably. We get to drop his Mayhem spawn, which is absolutely delightful. Let's play the land and force him to discard whatever he drew. Knight of the Ebon Legion, beautiful. Send that to exile. So somehow, even through our misplays, this deck is powerful enough to keep us in play. Rankle's attacking again. He's got no cards to discard. We're not going to do anything here. And turn. We've got him on just a couple turn timer here, and we have lifelink in the pocket, so it's not looking bad. Even with that terrible Death Touch mistake off the start. I'm not sure if Gutterbones is actually in my hand here. I think it's still in exile. Yeah, I have no cards in my hand, so that's actually totally fine with us. He gets to do some wicked sacrificing here. Makes me nervous. I'm picking my nails and stuff here. He's gonna gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, gain 1 life. Oh no, gain 0 life. I mean, obviously we're just gonna sacrifice our Fenlurker. That's not the worst. I think he drew 3 cards there somehow. That's incredible. He's got 5 mana to play and has field control still. Alright, so we're gonna have to sacrifice this. This will fizzle, but we want the card. Oh, and it absolutely just replaced itself. What glorious luck. He's down to 6 life. Let's see him all attack here. Nice. So we actually have to discard that now. That's pretty lucky of him to have that on tap. Still have quite a bit of life, though. Oh, it's 3 on top of that. I guess we can just get our gutter bones back into our hand. And then toss that to the field. We could potentially just cycle our gutter bones here as well. Because he's tapped, so why not, right? He goes back to exile, we get a drill bit. And if he can't kill us quite quickly here, or drop our Fist of Locthwain, or First of Locthwain, we're just going to kill him by cycling our gutter bones. Which is one of the huge advantages to gutter bones, because it's you're not losing card advantage when you're cycling it. Just like with Priest of the Forgotten Gods, you can cycle it willy-nilly, which is really cool. With no negative consequences. You couldn't use this in any other deck but black. I was thinking maybe you could use it with Chandra, but it's any other black creature. And those would be red elementals, so that's no bueno. He's got a lot of options, in all honesty. So he's taking quite a bit of damage here. That's incredible. We're keeping our Ira at all costs. I'm sure he can kill it here somehow. There's no way he can't. But if we can, this is GG's. He just accelerated this whole process, but that will take care of it, actually. So down to 2 life. This guy is playing just incredible to the ropes. He has huge field advantage. Obviously, if we could have jumped around that misplay to start, this probably would have been done by now. And one of the luckiest draws that we could have possibly got. So we're back to cycling this gutter bones. And that is absolute game, you guys. Can you believe it? So, if you've liked this deck so far, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's super easy, and by subscribing, you're going to be entered to win up to 500,000 gems. That's 500,000 gems. Obviously, this isn't one giveaway at once. It's tiered and like passed out to multiple people. But nonetheless, get your name in that draw, right? So we'll try to play this match without any misplays. And I do make misplays on this channel. So it's a beginner-friendly channel, because if I didn't make any misplays, how would you learn from my mistakes, right? So, we're here. Garrick reminds me of that big baddie off of Batman. Poison Ivy made him. He's like... I have no idea what his name is, but that's what he reminds me of. The purple veins. It's just like all jacked up. It's probably too many land. I don't know why I took this. And I just got rid of my second best card. Woof. Okay, so this is maybe some sort of mill deck, and we might be able to dance around it just because it's bad. Overwhelmed Apprenticed. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent puts top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard, then you scry 2. That's what is up with this land is what I first want to know. And then I just wanted to say how much value that this other card was. We do get a discard here, which is nice. I call it a discard, but it's actually an exile effect, which is even better. Hey, Matt, what song do you think I'm listening to? Just kidding. He gave me a hard time because I do like the head bob because I'm listening to music in my headphones, and we don't have any music playing through the audio stream of the channel here because YouTube doesn't appreciate that, so you guys miss out. And if you do want to hear what kind of music I'm listening to, all you have to do is tune into our live streams. Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. MST, Mountain Standard Time. We do bonus streams as well, but those are what's going to for sure happen and is for sure scheduled. I mean, I don't know if this is worth really dealing with at all, to be honest. Let's just pop it, I guess. And then we get to see his hand, which is fun. Tyrant Scorn, Into the Story, and a Thought Erasure. So Thought Erasure is going to screw us because we're losing our Murderous Rider. And he doesn't have near enough land for Into the Story. 3 less to cast if an opponent has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. I'm sitting at 3. He gets to draw 4 cards, which is great. Good for him. I mean, hopefully he holds on. Yeah, he did go Thought Erasure. That's kind of what we thought. So we're left with just lands. He sees that. At least we do have a draw engine on the field, so it could be far worse. Can you imagine when we draw all our land every single round that we play? Normally this isn't typical. Let's just continue to flex this draw effect on him. There we go. We pull a Rankle. That's great. I guess we're doing quite a bit of damage to ourselves there, but we really are getting ahead with these 2 cards here. We do bait his Tyrant Scorn as well, so now we're free to play our Aria. First of Lockthwain, without feeling bad about it. We have 40 cards in our deck still, so it's really not a problem for him to be doing that to us. So let's just get right into it. I guess I could have went Dreadhorde and Rankle instead. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we're obviously going to pay that. That worked out well, to be honest. Pull out another counter that we didn't anticipate. And not only do we have a draw engine, we also have a life gain engine now. So this should work all right. He has Tyrant Scorn. Obviously, he has a Castle Lockthwain out, which he doesn't appear to be wanting to use, which is fine. So let's get Rankle out. Gain life there, and then we may as well toss our Dreadhorde Invasion as well. Just kind of empty our hand. And then we're attacking with both. We're going to kill this Overwhelmed Apprentice with our Arya. He just takes the damage, if you can believe it. Each player discards a card. We don't need him to sacrifice right now, but we can easily discard. And I'm sure he's got a land to discard as well, so probably not getting so much value there, but it is free. And he dumps a Murderous Rider, so he obviously has removal for all of this if he's dumping his removal. Absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on here. So I need 7. I've got 8, so it can do whatever it wants. We're just going to drain him this way, though. Yeah, because we can make him sacrifice. Watch this. Yeah, perfect. Then kill my Rankle with your Gargoyle. He doesn't, so he's going to be forced to sacrifice his Apprentice. We got something, maybe just straight up removal. Okay. And he kills it before it attacks, which is great. takes the damage for it. Thinks he's going to have flyer supremacy on us. But no, not today, my friend. Here's another Rankle. And there's some more life. I guess let's draw another card. Why not? And a third Rankle. That's confirmed kill as far as I'm concerned. And this black mono deck is shaping up to be one of my favorites so far. Like, it's just fitting my playstyle quite well. Some decks I just have a hard time putting together, right? It's like, wow, how low is my IQ? But this, nice and easy, and it's just easy to blast him. We don't need to block this. What could he possibly have to power it up for another 8? Taps himself. He must have creatures to block. Rankle has flying, and he's going to lose life here. So we have lethal. We have more than lethal here. That's beyond good game. Unless he can kill my Arya right now before it triggers. He absolutely has to. But he goes and kills my Rankle. Which is hilarious because I have another in my hand. Discarding his last card, which was another Drown the Lock. And here is our, this is our 4th Rankle. We've just been dropping these like bombs on our opponent, and he's had enough, which is pretty funny. He did do a lot better than I thought he was doing, or going to do. But unfortunately, this deck is a little bit broken as far as I'm concerned. So let's get a couple more in. We don't want to run this show too long today. I've been at this for literally probably 10 hours so far today. Just with all the different things. I still have a bunch more to do. I need to write an article for this charity event, just showcasing my story and how it's relatable